What's up? What's going on? Welcome back to the show, I guess. It's a little vintage story. So, just kind of messing around. Made ourselves a little table here, and we got a pie crust. I've got some meats, some schmeats that we need to make up. So we got some red meat. We got some fish. Hey, that bush meat's all cured up. It's good for 13 years. That's going to be our forever meat. Forever and ever meat. So I wanted to mess around. And I know you can make pot pies now. Which is a combination of meat and vegetables. So we're gonna give those a shot. So I think you can, you can mix your meats. So we got a fish, we got a red meat, we got a carrot, and we got a fennel. That'll make a nice little pie. Let's go ahead and just put a little top on it. Gonna go with that one. Perfect. Cool. So I'm gonna make up some pies here. We're gonna be eating good. All right, well, that worked out pretty good. We ended up with 7 pies. And remember to make your pies all in the exact same way. Even though they have all the same ingredients in them, they don't stack because I didn't make them, in the exact same, thing. Like you got to do, all your ingredients have to be in the same slots and everything when you make them. So, yeah, that's always fun. Alright, but I did go ahead and make ourselves an oven, because we're way overdue for having an oven. So we can make pies and bread and all that good stuff now. And I do have two doughs left over, so I'll just make that into some loaves of bread. But always good to have a bunch of food on hand, because we go through it like crazy, let me tell you. So today, what are we going to do today? We're actually going to start working on a pretty big project. As you guys know, I'm a little crammed in this house. Kind of overgrown it a little. You're still out there? Okay. So we were apocalyptic last night, and this guy's been out there. I was trying to work on some stuff outside. He just would not leave me alone. It's like... Anyways, so we're running out of room here, so we need to start working on this. Now, one problem is, so I'm going to rebuild this whole bottom section, but I'm going to start working on a top section first, because I don't have anywhere to put all this crap, all my junk. I'm a hoarder, as you can see. They'll make a TV show about me one day. Go ahead and put that in. Get the pies going. But anyways, so I need a spot that I can move all this stuff to, and then I can tear all this down and start working on this layer. Alright, I gotta deal with this guy. Because we need to go outside. Listen here, buddy. Okay, anyways. So I did kind of dig out an area. Don't worry, the rock's staying, but we're going to make something within the rock. I'm going to try to kind of build organically with it, but we'll go take a look at that in just a minute. Let me cook up all these pies and everything. And there is something else I have worked on. Pot pie. Little chicken pot pie. Actually, fish and beef pot pie. So another thing I did, I made just like a little dumb flax farm over here. I had I don't know, a stack and a quarter of flax seeds or so. we're gonna need the flax. I want to make the sailboat sooner than later. So I just went over here where there was some medium fertility soil, and I just made a dumb little, rectangle farm. Not as cool as the farms I got going over here. But see, now that we're technically spring, I thought I'd just throw that down over there so we can get some mass production of flax going. But yeah, other than that, just kind of collected up some things. The usuals, clay and stuff. Picked up some rocks. Real fun stuff. It's not burn the pies. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. Decent amount of food in there. So we got grain, protein, and the vegetables. Alright, anyway, so I'm gonna cook up these pies, and in a minute we'll take a walk up there, and I'll kind of show you what I've been playing. I did kind of do a little bit of chiseling, just down here overnight. I was just hanging out, so I couldn't go outside. I just kind of threw it up on the wall. But I've got kind of an idea. I don't know. This might be a little goofy, but I think it's gonna look cool when it's all said and done, of course. But you know me and my ideas. The hamster wheel in my head is turning. Okay, well that took way longer than expected. But we got ourselves a bunch of pies and some bread, so we can start getting our grains up. Yeah. So that like I said, I should have just done that overnight, instead of right now. But okay, so check it out. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this down for the time being, but we will actually relocate those up there. But I think this is gonna be my forge area up here. So here's, I don't know how far I'm gonna bring it out, but anyways, I haven't. So I'm gonna make like a 5x5 room. That's just like a rectangle that goes through. So I have an idea, but this is going to be the outside. So let's see. Let's try putting it right here. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I did go ahead and chiseled these all out. Okay. Okay, because I still want the rock to be intact and everything, but we'll go right on in there. And I just made a crucial mistake. Not really, because I had already. So I got a corner. This is my corner. All right, I realize you're gonna have no idea what's going on until we take a step back and look at it. Forgot to do the materials as well. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna make up one side as well. Alright, so after we do all that, I'm gonna need my my magical little tool to fix that. All right, no peeking. Okay. I always forget you got to you know, click on the right face to get it to go the right way with our little hand wedge tool. Anyways, so now that it's dark, let's take a look at it. So that's going to be it. Okay, we got to go back farther. It looked like the bottom was all screwed up, but it's not. It was just the angle I was standing at. Okay, well that's the little like repeating design I came up with little corners. So they're, you know, kind of rounded on the corners. So basically, yeah, that's going to be a rectangle that goes all the way through that middle section right there and out the other side. Yep, that is what I came up with. Of course, we're going to do, you know, big glass windows on the front. But yeah, it's just going to be a rectangle, and that's going to be our little workshop area in there. It's going to be our forge. So I'm going to have a couple of helve hammers in there, and then we will relocate the water wheel higher up the mountain. But yeah, that's my plan. For some reason, I absolutely love like building high up. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be hurting a lot. Gonna be taking a lot of dives. But you know what? That it makes it funner, more exciting. Okay, well, I forgot kind of a major part here. Oh, let's just follow it down. We'll go get it. Okay, so pop up in here because I want it to be curved all the way down. So we're just going to, come on. We're just going to put this down here. And okay, so I just wanted to rotate it like that. So we can easily match the curve and everything. Just make sure that's 100% correct. Okay, so we're matching the shape. So that'll be our side corners. I was thinking about adding something. I don't know. So this is the thing about chiseling. It's like, okay, when do you stop? Never. Okay, so now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of this side's going to be exposed. I am going to have some windows and stuff that we can have fun with. But I just feel like since we have something here on the front, that we need to have something here on the sides. Okay, I kind of like that pattern. We're going to stick with that. Kind of looks like teeth. Teeth. Yeah. And then I kind of like how it's got some depth to it. You know, there's a couple blocks back there. Okay, that's cool. So kind of a subtle contrast between the wood and the cobble, but I think it works. I like it. Alright, so I'm going to get up there. Try to make this happen. See what we can do. Okay, so basically, we just need to set you down right there for now. Kind of has a Aztec vibe to it. Okay, I'm digging that. That was unintentional, but I'm liking it now. Okay, so for this one, we're actually going to have to mirror it. There we go. Now it's going the right direction. So this is the problem with doing stuff like this, because now this side is going to be naked, and I'm going to have to do something for that now too. The snowball of chiseling. Okay, well clearly I did not think this through all the way, so let me do some more work, and then we'll come back and see what I came up with. Okay. So I basically put down all the pieces that I'm going to need. So I'm going to copy this and run that back up the side there. But then I'm also going to copy it on the bottom and run it there. So there's going to be something interesting on each side. Oh boy. Okay. I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'll show you guys what I got. I love it. Okay, that actually was not too bad. So there we go. We got something interesting down on the bottom, because we're going to be seeing that too, and then up the side that's going to be exposed. Okay, cool. Oh boy. And that's going to cover, yeah, the bottom front. Yep, that's a whole dealio right there. That's everything we need. Okay, and I'm actually going to go ahead and probably get the water wheel out of the way. I went ahead and did up a bunch more iron and stuff, so we're not going to need the water wheel for a little bit as far as blooms go, and we shouldn't need any iron plates, just be able to make tools and stuff. So I'm going to get that out of the way, and then we'll start finishing that up. Okay, and since this side isn't perfectly symmetrical, let's see, this side works out. So I'm going to have to... Oh, no, back on the ladder. Alright, so as you can see here, this tooth here doubles up, because this isn't the same side to side. So, but easy fix. We just got to mirror it. Just mirror it and then rotate it back into position. Okay, we're still doubled up right there. Okay, I just had to rotate it the right way. Okay, so that fixed it, but it might have... Nope, it's fine up here. There's a double right there just because I haven't done this side yet. Okay, cool. Since we got this right orientation, switch it over. Okay, it's fixing the teeth. Good up top. Good down below. All right, we're killing it. I'm in a flow. I'm getting good at this. I just got to get good at getting all my ideas together at one time. Might as well roll with the same thing up top. High-rise construction. Gotta love it. I actually didn't do a lot of high-rise construction in the last series. I did in my first one. The whole Tower of Power was all high-rise. But I guess, I don't know, maybe the treehouse. I know I took some, the treehouse windmill last series. Definitely took some spills on that. Okay, so same problem here on this side that we had on the other side. We just got to mirror it. And then find the correct rotation. So, rotation on this one. Dang it. Dang it. Alright, there we go. So we are good there. Alright, good on that one. And just copy pasta. Cool, cool, very cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's gonna be so much of that. Alright. So the only thing we have left to do is now the flat face ones. So those have their own pattern underneath, but it doesn't have the rounded. Okay, so this one's going to be nice and easy now that we got the rotation. Just make sure all our teeth look good. They don't. That one doesn't look good. Dang it. Okay, so I'm running into a thing where they're not going to line up. There's going to be a little goof spot because this isn't the tooth pattern isn't symmetrical to the block. So if you see, there's a 2 gap here, but there's only a 1 gap over here. So it works out when they're all going the right way, but here they're meeting in the middle. So the solution there is I could re-chisel all the teeth and then like give it a 2-tooth where it meets up, or I can just not worry about it. And that's the route I'm taking today. It's such a small, tiny detail that nobody will ever know. Just don't tell anybody, okay? If anybody knows, it's your fault, not mine. Okay, so in theory, that's also going to happen up here somewhere. But, like I said, we're not worried about it. It's just a broken ankle. It's okay. The bone's just poking out. It's fine. Walk it off. Yeah, see? So we got a little double tooth there. Everything else lines up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just how it gotta be. It do be like that. Alright, cool. So this is like pretty big, but I wanted it to be a square. So I made it 5 wide. Basically on the inside it's technically 7 wide. So I had to make it 7 tall. But like I said, this is going to be our workshop. We're going to have plenty of room for activities inside. Yeah, I think I am going to have some big windows so we can look out. Maybe some side windows. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, big gaping hole in the middle. It's definitely it's a retrofit. Yep. Completely to code. Magical floating rock has plenty of strength, so yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. So I kind of tried to aim for the center, I guess. So like I said, I want to work with the rock here. We're not going to cover it up completely, but this is kind of where we're at. So I'm going to take the same design and kind of shoot it out this way a little bit. And I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe something little for the sides, because I got to figure out a way to get up here. So I'm kind of pondering that a little bit. But like I said, this is kind of eating up a little more of the mountain than I wanted it to. But we'll you know what? We'll figure that out. We always do. Yo. The shell looks crazy. That's cool. Alright, anyways. Wave. Well, one thing I didn't do is I didn't take my classic step back, get the big picture look. Yeah, I like it. It's cool. It does have kind of a, yeah, like I said, kind of like an Aztec or I don't know, like a Polynesian vibe or something. I don't know. Not really what I was going for, but just what kind of flowed. You know, you start chiseling, you just start flowing like water. Well, it's time for the floor, and this is how it goes. When you start chiseling one thing, now you have to chisel everything. So I don't know where to start. I guess we'll start right here. It's a disease. So I made a little pattern. We'll see how this looks. I kind of just came up with it pretty quick. Okay, so it has like an edge pattern and then a middle pattern. So that's the edge. That's the middle. Just kind of like a little diamond pattern. And I do have a corner for it. So that's what we're working with. nothing too fancy. So I realized I don't have like really high contrasting materials. So I have not really found anywhere close that has, you know, something like a slate. That's a real high contrast, or like the from the Jungle series. You know, I used a lot of ebony wood and acacia, but so I just got a little redwood and a little bald cypress in there. So nothing too crazy. Now I do realize this is going to show chalk rock down at the bottom, but I have an idea to put something with the conglomerate underneath. Because I'm going to have this is going to be my workshop, you know, my forge area. So I'm going to need a place to hide some of my gears and axles and stuff underneath. So we're gonna figure that out later. But for right now, we're just gonna go ahead and put this down, do up the floor, see how it looks. And another thing I haven't figured out yet is how the heck I'm gonna be getting up here. Like I said, all part of the plan. We'll just deal with that when it's time to deal with that. That's how I roll. Great. Didn't bring enough chalk. Just like magic, there's our floor. Very cool. It'll work, definitely. I like it. Okay, so now we have a ton of room for activities up here. Like I said, I think I made it wide enough to where I can run something like dual hammers. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Let's see. So I'm going to have big windows on either side here. And I'm thinking about having smaller windows, you know, about yay high. So we're going to have really good views. It's a beautiful area. I love looking through my, you know, looking out over my little ocean strait that I got going on here. And of course we're going to have a awesome view of the greenhouse over there. Keep an eye on the crops. Yeah, carrots already growing like crazy. I guess it's a good time to mention that, yeah, these big builds, they take a lot of time. I'm probably on hour, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 already. Just making what I got here, you know. Of course I had to go, like, gather a bunch of materials, and yeah, you know. You guys know how it goes. Vintage story things. Alright, so I think as far as the bottom goes, I'm just going to make like a little step down to hide that from the outside. And I might go like 2 down. So I just made a little step down. I'll make a little corner piece, and we'll step it down from the sides and from the front, I think. That'll give it a little extra dimension to it. Alright, so far, magnificent. This is spiraled out of control. Yeah. I've made a giant monstrosity. This wasn't really what I was picturing. But like I said, I mean, it's just, I'm freestyling it. I'm just... Can't believe I haven't died yet. Well, luckily it's not that far, so... but yeah, so this is what we got so far. So I made this goofy little thing. Like I said, this is ballooned into, I don't know, something else. I'll tell you what. But you know, no regrets. We're gonna keep cruising, keep figuring stuff out. Yeah, just got to, I don't know, I got to rub a couple of brain cells together and see what I can come up with. Quick build update. I ran out of materials. So, yeah, I had to go get some more conglomerate. Yep. So I just took a trip over to this side, and I actually found a ton of surface quartz. So I just picked up a bunch of quartz. This was all surface quartz. I didn't mine any of these. This is all everything I picked up on the surface. So it was all in one big area. So I thought, hey, might as well, because I'm gonna need a lot of glass too. But yeah, I'm going back home to continue my building. My building insanity. It's nice to get out and go for a little raft ride, though. Don't worry, we're gonna get out, back to exploring and checking out the world pretty soon. Should be able to make a sailboat. Not too distant future. Which kind of reminds me, what's your favorite thing about Vintage Story? Are you a builder? Are you an explorer? Do you like caving? What's your thing? What's your most favorite thing to do in Vintage Story? Mine, I would say, it's a toss-up between exploring and building. I like just wandering, just going out and just checking out the random generation, you know, just taking a cruise, looking at stuff. But lately, I've had an itch for building. You know, I want to get my spot going. Things, yeah. I want to get the spot established, get everything, you know, storage, nice little forage area, crops going, you know, the essentials. And then we can go out and do some exploring, go check out the world, see what we can find, hunt some ruins, check out some caves. But yeah. So I figured out how I'm gonna get up and down. I'm gonna make a ladder tunnel, and it's gonna have a secondary function, but you'll have to wait for that. We're not building that yet. It does look pretty cool. I don't know. It's crazy. It's definitely not the usual kind of style and stuff that I make, but I'm having fun. Damn. Creativity. So it's finally time to start figuring out the windows. So I'm going to have a big window here, big window there, big window there. And I'm going to do some windows on the side, you know, because we're in kind of a cool place, and I want awesome views. But this is going to be a sick window here, because it's going to be looking at a beautiful greenhouse. Get off my roof, man. Who do you think you are? Anyways, that's going to be an awesome view, both day and night. And I'm going to have it more lit up around here once I start make lanterns, you know, more light. So I'm gonna make these. I don't want them to be super thick, so we're gonna make them out of slabs. And I was thinking kind of how we have the outside corners rounded. I want to round the insides. So I'm gonna have to make a few pieces. So I'm gonna have to make a corner piece. And then I can probably make some sort of side piece that'll work all the way around, and then some kind of middle piece. So I want to make basically like 3 pieces that I can just copy and paste and make the whole big old window. So we're gonna try to figure out how that goes. And I did make a new tool. So we got the tin bronze hand planer. This is part of QP Chisel tools. And I've never messed with this before. but it looks kind of handy. It says to use on chiseled blocks to quickly add and remove material. So I'm thinking, you know, because a lot of times I'll just sit there and just like pluck off a whole like row. So I'm hoping that's what this does. Add, remove any material. Add, remove island mode. Oh. Whoa. That's not what I thought it was going to do. Brother, what have you done? Okay, things are getting weird because this is a slab. So I don't think this is going to be the way that I want to do this. Cool tool. We will mess around with that later. I don't have the patience right now. Let me yeet this into oblivion so I don't have to look at it ever again. Okay, start over. Brother. Try again. Okay, so since I have this little dealio going on here, I'm going to have to make some improvements. Okay. Definitely can't have it hanging out. All right. But it's not good enough. Okay, working with glass is tough, especially in the middle of the night. I'm gonna do some things. I'm gonna basically take off this, and then we can start adding materials onto it. Okay, so this is how thick my glass is going to be. This is a pain in the butt. So you know what? So I'm going to have to make 3 more of these to get my shapes down. I'm just going to copy that. So when I'm ready to make my other piece, or if I need to redo this one, we can do that. Anyways, I had to put it out. I find it a lot easier to work on something elevated. So this is going to be the corner piece that's going to go in the corners. So like I said, I'm going to try to do a little roundy like I did on the outside. Ta-da! There's my corner piece. Alright. So I basically, I chiseled my little pane down. Added some conglomerate in. Kind of made, I don't know, maybe not so much a curve, but a stylized curve. We'll call it that. So these are mirrored, top to bottom. And then I added on some of the bald cypress to match what we got, the scheme we got going on over here. Just in a little different pattern. But I added that onto the outside. I think that's going to look fantastic. So that's my corner. So basically I'm going to make a bottom and a side border piece, and then I'll make some sort of center piece to go along with it. And I think the center pieces I'm going to run vertical. I'm going to maybe just up, up the middle. and maybe not have anything in the center. I don't know. We'll see what I come up with. Wish me luck. Well, here we are. So I did have to make 4 panels, because I'm going to have a side panel, and then a bottom and a top panel. But I think I made them symmetrical, and this is going to be the field in the middle panel. So we're going to run like this, and yeah, a lot of awesome sunrises and sunsets are going to happen here. I'll tell you what. Okay. Like I said, hopefully I did this correct. And I guess we're going to find out right now. This is going to be good. I can feel it in my plums already. No, brother. You better not. So far, so good. Let's see what happens. Okay. These are going to be the easy ones. Okay. And then this one, we're going to have to mirror. So far, so good. Okay, this one we're also going to have to mirror. And there we go. We have the blueprint for the best damn window ever. That's pretty cool. I wanted a lot of window showing, so I didn't want to do too much here, but I wanted to do something with minimal effort, I guess. And I just kind of added a few little things here and there just to give it some depth, I guess. Some character. It looks good. I think I made it symmetrical and everything. I don't see anything goofy with mirroring it and flipping it over, any of that stuff. It's alright. Good job, me. Okay, now we just got to put one there. We'll put one over here. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool from the outside. Cannot believe how much time that I spent doing all this. Crazy. Nah, it's fun. You know, it's a vintage story. Play it however you want to. You can add as much detail, or you can just build a little frickin' shack and go do what you want to do. Freedom. I love it. And there's the mini version. Almost like the mini version best. Because it's kind of a circle. Oh man. It's so cool. I'm just in love with the view from up here. So if you don't know the lore that I created, this is a magical rock from space, put here by aliens. Yeah, so that's why it's a straight Anunnaki. And that's where the design inspiration comes from. And I just made that all up just right now, so thanks, aliens. Definitely gonna have to have a diving platform from up here, because that's one thing that is rather fun in this game. Is just doing one of these. That's the quick elevator down. Oh boy. Well, guys, this is currently where we are at with the build. We have a structure, we have a floor, and we have a couple of big windows. And that's it. Oh, and I just made these. A little transition to our hallway area. I don't know. I'm losing my mind, people. I'm losing it. Alright. So this is where we're at. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but I've been working on this for hours and hours and hours across multiple days. So you know what? I'm going to take a break because there's still a lot of stuff I got to figure out here. Like how to make this a functional forge with hellhammers and stuff in it. Yeah, I didn't plan that out before. I just started building, man. Leave me alone. So yeah, we'll figure out the rest. Like I said, I gotta kind of figure out the layout and everything before I can figure out what I'm doing with the walls. But yeah, this is the monstrosity that I decided to build today. So once again, thank you guys for joining me on whatever discombobulated build adventure this has been. The art of how not to chisel. And build a goofy house in a floating rock. Yeah. So we'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you guys for being here. Alright, hope you have a great day. Later.